So, the Honorable Minister of State, Petroleum Resources, Timipre Sylva, said that Nigerians should be very proud that federal government is set to resume the importation of petroleum products from the neighboring Niger Republic. According to him, Nigeria is a big market. We need products. Even if our refineries were functioning, we will still need extra products. What are your thoughts on this? Especially because now that we've even commissioned the Imo State Refinery. Does it sound like good news to you? Are we happy, or we're still sulking from the fact that we don't have refineries functioning in Nigeria? You can call us on 090-241-63440, or you can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag your TVC so we can read your tweets. So the real concept is this a silver lining for us? Are we happy that at least we're not having to import the petrol from other international markets, but our neighboring Niger Republic is able to refine our crude and at least sell to us? And the fact that we also have a smaller modular refinery in Nigeria that started producing 5,000 barrels. I mean, is this, should this be good news? Should we be proud of this, or are we still not happy?
Mariah. Oh. Okay, go ahead, Mariah.
Well, so I read to make sure that what he said was that we should be proud. You know, he said we should not, there's nothing embarrassing about it. I think the minister should actually be embarrassed about this. The Minister for State, he should be embarrassed that this is a country of, that has been exploring crude oil and exporting crude oil for many, many years. And the conversation of our refineries, the monies that go into it, and zero crude oil is being refined. You know, our refineries are working at zero capacity. This is something to be embarrassed about. So it's not about Niger or, as he said, the sub-regional trade relations. That is a different conversation. But we should be coming from a point of we are embarrassed. We should be, you know, importing refined petroleum, our excess petroleum products. We should exporting. Exporting. We should have enough to meet the demand. And if it's impossible, yes, it happens that if we were coming from a place where we were refining our petroleum, our crude oil, we had, you know, some to meet our demand, but we needed enough, you know, a little to top up, you know, to meet a small shortfall. But to come from zero, and then to say to not be embarrassed by it, I was like, he's right. Nigerians, don't be embarrassed. But the government needs to be embarrassed by this. So that's on the one hand. Secondly, see, we are already, so the good thing would be that we're already importing petroleum products anyways, and then we're doing it all the way through the seas, the ports, and we hear this story of Apapa gridlock and the whole thing being stuck at, petroleum products just being stuck at the port. So to have like Niger, which is a much closer border to Nigeria, and then as they say, it's landlocked, so you know it's easier. So for logistics reasons, I guess this is a cheaper, probably cheaper way to bring in products. And also, it made me question this Kano Maradi rail line. Could this have been the reason we were putting about $1.96 billion towards this? That we knew ahead of time that we're going to have this trade between Niger and Nigeria with.
But the good news also, Mariam, is the fact that because it's Niger, you know, right now, those in the north pay way more for petrol than we do down south. And it's because of the transportation all the way there. So because Niger is closer to the north, it's possible that they will begin to pay maybe something similar to what we're paying in the south. So I think it's a good, it's not so much of it coming down south. It's probably going to be feeding the northern states. But we don't know until we're sure.
I was disappointed in that statement coming from the minister, because this isn't what he should be saying at this time. We have a problem of trying to understand what has happened that we are not able to have refineries that work. And I know a few weeks back, the vice president has said the Nigerian government does not have a business in doing refineries. And everybody, we came at him that how can he say that after they have put in so much? We had billions pumped into revamping our refineries till date. Till now, nobody has come to give us an account of how those monies were used, what it was spent on, how come the monies were put in, which channel did it pass, why are we not having things on ground? Nobody has given us that. We're not even asking them to give us that. We want refineries that work. So for a minister to sit down and tell us that is not something to be ashamed of, that we are going to be buying from our brother, our neighbor, is like, you know, patronizing your neighbor down the road. We are a country that we know how to give to others what we do not have. And we've not even asked ourselves, we are going to be their major market now. By the time they start selling to us, what are we selling to them? Because we are always getting into relationship with people who benefit from us, and we have nothing to benefit from them. And this fuels a few Nigerians who are basically at the cartel, who are seriously into importation strongly and keeping our refineries down. So they should come and tell us the truth. Now, why I'm angry with this statement is the fact that for the minister to say this is showing us the body language of the government. They are not interested in doing anything about the refineries.
I don't want to jump to that conclusion. I don't think
it's my opinion.
Yeah, it's fine. But I don't want us to jump to that conclusion, because the truth is, NNPC said that it's 1 billion, I think. Let me just get the right figure. About 81.4 billion naira have been pumped into it. And obviously, you're very correct. We don't know where the money is. Yeah. But however, they've been telling us, we've seen the Imo State refinery. I mean, this is our new golden child. It's a modular refinery.
Personal business.
I know, but you see, at least we're happy that we're beginning to refine in Nigeria. We've been waiting for Uncle Dangote. In fact, it used to be my uncle, but now I think I'm gradually...
No, you have to stay with him. Don't be a fluke. Stay in one place.
So Uncle Dangote... No, I'm just... There are reasons. There are reasons. We'll come down. There are reasons. So Uncle Dangote, we're waiting for his own refinery, because he's supposed to be producing enough to meet our own demand. So is it possible that the government is holding off on investing in or fixing, instead of pumping money continually to these refineries? They say, you know what, let us just wait for Dangote's refinery. So that's a possibility. Possibly, but let us go on the break. When we come back, we'll take more calls and tweets and hear Nigerians' opinions on this matter. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. We're still on this matter of refineries. The fact that the Honorable Minister of State was saying that we should be proud that we are actually buying from our brothers in Niger Republic. And also, simultaneously, the government also recently commissioned a private refinery, modular refinery in Nigeria, which we should also be proud of, actually, because we've been all clamoring for the government to allow more private players involved in this downstream sector. Let's take this call from Austin. Morning, Austin. Are you there? Thanks for calling.
Hey, I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning. You're live. Go ahead, please.
I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
I am disappointed and at the same time not. Why? Because we can see from independence how Nigeria has become giant of Africa and a potential to become one of the greatest parts on earth, to become a giant with clay feet. What do you expect? If we could borrow grace from West African states to feed, is it fuel we will not borrow? I think what we should be praying for is that we should not go ahead and borrow leaders to lead this country.
One day.
It's actually shameful and a thing not to think of for a minister who is even from the oil producing region. The sixth largest producer, a country that has a combined refining capacity of 450,000 barrels per day, to be reporting fuel from a landlocked country that refines only 20,000 barrels per day. I mean, it is unthinkable of. It is shameful for it. We should be proud. Proud of what? I think. Look, I am in support for us to get out of this quagmire. Actually, there should be true federalism, fiscal federalism, devolution of power, and resource control.
Thank you very much, Austin.
At the onset of independence, with parliamentary system of governance, at least the regions, at least where testimony, at least the West and the North and the East, and you saw the development at the native Midwest.
Thank you very much, Austin.
Go back to that basis for us to forge ahead.
Thank you very much, Austin. I think also, guys, that sometimes it's not so much of their intention, because if I want to look at it properly, he's probably not saying that, oh, we are totally putting aside our capability as a country to produce refining, that would let us be proud that we're importing from Niger Republic. I don't think that's his focus. I think it's more the statement, is the somewhat careless statements where our leaders make without really understanding the enormity of what they're saying.
Yes.
So you say it carelessly, but the truth is that when we now play it back, I was thinking, okay, why would you say the implication of what you're saying? So I think going forward, our leaders must begin to understand how important their utterances are. And every single thing you say, we hear it, and we begin to read meanings into it.
I agree with you, Mariah, because if, you know, there's a way you know that you are failing, but then you present it in such a way that it shows that you're still working to succeed. You don't just put it on our face, I failed, and so what? Deal with it. That's how that statement sounded. So if he had come to say, we have looked at our capacities. Right now, we do not have functioning refineries. We're still waiting on Dangote. We still have a few modular refineries. We need to keep, you know, importing. And then you tell us the cost implication, do a cost analysis for us. Tell us why it's cheaper to get from a Niger Republic than to get from the places that we've been getting from. You know, present it in such a way that we say, okay, for now, we do not have a choice. Let us just be doing this till, and you give us the plans of what you intend to do to make our own refineries functional. But you don't come and tell us, just be happy that after all,
so thank you very much. That's such an important point, because Nigerian leaders must understand that we're no more you can't just throw things at us anymore.
Thank you.
Nigerians are getting smarter. We're understanding these things. We understand the figures. We understand the nuances of this. So it's important that when you speak to Nigerians, speak to us with dignity. Speak to us like you're talking to people who actually know. Because when you just come out and make those kind of blanket statements, it's like you're telling us, oh, so what? Deal with it, just like you said. Let me take this call and I'll come to you, Mariam. Good morning. Are you there?
Hello, good morning.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, my name is Roslyn, calling from Abuja.
Welcome to the show. Go ahead, sir.
Mariah, good morning, every one of you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yeah, my view on this issue is that I want to give kudos and congratulations to Minister of State for Petroleum.
Okay.
And I want to also tell him to organize a party, a banquet party, for importing petrol from Niger.
Okay.
In fact, I don't know that some people don't have shame. I'm very, very ashamed of that statement of our minister. How can he from South, utter such a statement to Nigerians that we should be celebrating importation of petroleum from Niger? Niger that is not up to a population of Lagos. Please, Moraye, my view is that the way out of this country mess is restructuring. For it, if NPA has been moved to Lagos as a importer, why can't NNPC power be shifted to Bayelsa, Port Harcourt, or Calabar? Name them. What are we seeing in this country? Are they myopic? We are seeing, Nigerians are seeing all these things. And let me tell them, everybody must give account of each and every what he or she has done in this country. To the citizens of this country.
Right.
They must account for it.
Thank you very much, Eze. I really appreciate your thoughts on this. Yes, Miriam, we're going to say something.
I was just going to say that sometimes the way our leaders come across with the sort of the things that they say, I think it comes from the fact that many of them believe that they're doing us a favor. So in this, they don't see it as service to the people. They see it as we're serving them. And because of that, you know how African parents tend to talk to their children, we talk down at them. How dare you ask me that question? We are important people here. We're having a conversation. You don't know what we're talking about, you know? So that is the thought. We are the parents here, and you are the children. You have no idea what is important here. Just, I've given you this information. That's enough for you to, you know, hurry along, bye, you know. But Nigerians have become more vocal. A lot of, because also of social media, people are looking at the news, not just in Nigeria, but they're comparing it to other places. So immediately I saw that story of getting the importing crude oil from Niger. I quickly checked, okay, how much per barrel a day does Niger refine, and it's 20,000 barrels per day, and we're talking about over 445,000 barrels per day if we were running at full capacity in our country. And you're wondering, this is a small country that has been able to get its act together. They had been exploring for oil since the 1970s. By 2011, they were able to get one of their major wells. And as they had that, they built their refinery right alongside. So that's a country that is forward-thinking. And now we have to fall back on that small country that is thinking ahead for its people. And when we're supposed to be the leader of the African continent, the economy, it seems we are not really sure what our role should be for the continent as a whole, and even for the citizens themselves.
Let me take this call from you. Look at things. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
I thank you for giving us an opportunity to put a scale place like myself. And what I want to say about the statement of the minister and all the goings on about the petroleum importations and stuff is very, very shameful. I now have the conviction and belief that most of we Nigerians, actually Nigerians, and that's why we don't believe in the unity and the progress of this country. Tell me, we are extending electricity to Niger, we are extending our railway connection to Niger, we are now importing fuel from Niger. It is a pointer actually. Why are we taking our assets outside the shores of Nigeria? Whereas many of Nigerians are unemployed, have nothing. Nobody is proud of this nation. Why? Think of a little Niger Republic, our minister from Niger Delta, where these things are being exploited. Why can't he canvas have a refinery in his own home? Look at it. Everything from Niger Delta is taken off. The oil there is drained by, they are being refined at Kaduna. Now you have AKK, all the gases from there, they are taking it. I wonder, what are we really doing? Why can't we split Nigeria? Why can't we divide Nigeria? We refuse structuring, we refuse every amendment, the constitutional amendment, we refuse all of them. Why don't we, come on, let's split Nigeria so that everybody, every station can survive.
Thank you very much, Iloka. Let me go on a quick break. Thank you for your thoughts. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation. Stay with us, we'll be right back.